travel to a faraway jungle to find the source, each having their own reasons. Welcome to the Tomb of Annihilation.
Yes.
Yes.
That's really sad it'll ever be,
$11.
for the love of...
Oh boy. This one's smaller. Oh no. I see.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the area to load on my screen. There we go. Another one. Just looks over all the corpses in the way. He's wearing both his, wielding both his daggers, so he's gonna take a swing at the monster in front of him. 25. Max damage 11. Well, Dust's gonna take another swing. With a natural 20.
Again.
And the so that is 15 damage. And it's still bloody standing. So Duster tries to drive the offhand dagger over the what he supposes is the face of this monstrosity creature. 26. And then I roll this dice minus 5 damage, so it's only 2 damage, unfortunately. And in that moment, Dusted sort of lingers and tries. Or is he Hello? I don't know. I was asking if Dustin had seen the one coming up behind Valvis. Oh, sorry, I missed that. 23. As he spots it, looking at the one in front of him, knowing that it's on its last lane, just to reach Valvis, trying to sort of keep him safe in this. And he might take a... I don't think he takes an attack of opportunity because it's slowed, but I'm not sure how slow works.
He does,
because I am... But he really tries to sort of like... Shuffle himself sort of like between the monsters and Valrus in this. Standing guard with the 2 daggers. And that is his turn.
She's just gonna sit quietly and just say, I think we need more than 3 of us to do this. Wait, does she know they've disappeared? Busted and...
I was about to say that Dusted and Valrus, I don't think she knows they're there, so she can cast them out as much as she wants.
Margot! Get in the other box or let me out with your magic. One or the other. Oh, I think my Discord died for a moment.
Does Vargo have a familiar?
trying to keep safe at all times because he has no way of resummoning him.
Is card just choppy for everyone?
Yeah, it's horrible.
Discord in general, everybody is cutting in and out, I think.
We've had it in other calls where like randomly everybody kind of like disconnects or drops out for a bit, but doesn't actually disconnect. It just cuts everything out. You didn't come through. Oh.
Off and on, I have issues with others, including you, Stefan.
I think it's a Discord thing, mostly. Or maybe there's something wrong with our internet today. I don't know.
Jen.
I think so. Oh god.
We
We
heard
heard general and then...
maybe
Yeah.
it's general.
No.
General internet.
Yeah, something like
Alright, we're up and running then. So, we are back in the room with the 3 chests, and Vargo is about to perform some outrageous action, Rialena. What is he gonna do?
Does he have knock?
He does not know.
Oh, that's what I would have said. She'd prefer that he get her out first rather than get in a box.
Okay, well he can try pick locks
Oh,
and investigate.
oh.
Go on.
Giannis is giving me an idea. Can he mage hand one of the other boxes?
He can certainly try. What sort of a mage hand are we thinking of?
A blue one.
No, I mean, what does he want to conjure or do? What action with the mage hand?
Oh, I guess it would just be an object interaction to turn the, because he'd summon it in the box. I guess he'll push the lid down and then get the mage hand to turn the key.
Alright, so we need to check then if mage hand needs to be visible.
Yes, I'm not sure about that one.
So he will summon the mage hand and it will float into the box. I mean, he can literally stand there and send to game.
You can use the hand to manipulate an object and open a door, so retrieve out. So it doesn't seem like you have to be able to see the thing that you're interacting with.
So, yeah. Verbal, somatic, it doesn't choose for range. Last for duration to dismiss it and vanishes if it's ever more than 30 feet away or if you cast this spell again. So literally then, Vargo will use his action. He'll move over to the chest over here. He'll cast Mage Hand, with the hand grabbing onto the key on the inside. Close the lid and get the hand to twist the key. Much like you did while you were on the inside.
Yes.
Okay. When he does that, Lunan, you are sitting at the bottom of the pit. You hear some grating. Let me. You distinctly hear, you and Vargo, gears twisting and turning as one of the buttons in the middle of the sarcophagus in front of you slowly rises. That is Vargo's turn, I guess. So let's go back to Valrus. Over to you, sir.
Did he ever see the new emerging one?
Yes, you have. You've noticed
Okay.
him sneaking up, trying to sneak up behind you, or her.
He's gonna look around and sort of back away for a second and just say, "Do you see any others?" And then he's going to turn to the big one and send a firebolt to it.
Okay. Go ahead and do your worst, sir. That's definitely a
Not
hit.
bad. For 11 damage.
Oh, nice. With 11 damage, the firebolt strikes into the creature as it is slowed. A cry of pain resounds and echoes throughout the chamber as the tentacles first flop and drop to the ground, followed by the creature itself. This one is out. What else would you like to do?
In that case, gonna turn around as the hound disappears, I believe.
Let's remove the hound.
Oh. And gonna quicken a mind whip against the other one.
Okay. And that is intelligence, is it?
That is indeed possibly yes, intelligence.
Intelligence save. Gets a 17.
Ow. Ow. That succeeds.
It does indeed. Anything else?
Slosh over there, I guess, and that's it.
Okay. Both of you managed to pass your perception checks. If that's the end of your turn, that brings us to the creature. You notice that it easily walks over the terrain in here. In fact, it is so easy it almost just gallops and saunters up towards you, dusted. Its two tentacles thrust forward as one and slam down towards you. It is going to try and attack you twice with its tentacles. The first roll is an 11 to hit, which is a miss.
Yes.
And the second is an 18.
Yeah. What is that then in the actual monster? What does it get at pluses to that 18?
That's its total to hit. Oh, it's not.
Oh, that misses as well then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I only saw it now, yeah.
Alright, and then it is going to try and bite you as well.
Yes, as it's wont to do.
And it rolls a 16, so that's also a miss.
That misses.
Okay, that brings us to the end of its turn. Which brings us to Lunan.
I don't think there's much Lunan can do. He's just waiting, trying to figure out why the others are not coming. So Luna will try to look. Like, it's 10 feet up, right?
20.
20. Okay, then there's no point. Then Luna will just go climb up on the sarcophagi and try to jump on it to look down the hallway.
Okay. How careful are you being as you climb up on the sarcophagus? Do you need to roll a dex check?
I would say he avoids the area where you have the buttons
Uh-huh.
and anything that looks like it's unstable, but he tries to stand quite central on
Okay.
the sarcophagus.
The
The
buttons are
other
running
ones.
down the center, in most central part of the coffin itself. So climbing up, you'd be able to
Yeah.
climb up 3 feet onto the coffin, onto the edge. And then it's a 3-foot jump to the wall in front, but it's still about 17 feet high.
So if I would stand here, could I get any angle into the corridor?
Probably not. I don't think you'd be able to jump 12 feet up.
Oh, I'm not expecting to, but so that would I be able to even see the fan going at the top? Because I'm assuming the tunnel is at least 10 feet high.
17. You are 20 feet down on the bottom.
Yeah, and I'm 6 feet head up. So, and with an angle, I should be able to see some into that corridor. Maybe it's just 1 meter or 2 meters. I don't know how much. I haven't calculated it. But yeah, so
You're gonna tell me to pull up my
in
phone,
essence,
aren't you?
okay. In essence, Lunan is standing there jumping, trying to see something, but fail. That's what he's doing during his turn.
Okay. 5, 10. Right. Hold on. I'm gonna get this. So, it is from where you are. How tall are you? 5 feet?
Yeah, 6.
6 foot tall.
I
And
believe
your strength?
0 modifier.
0 modifier. Okay, so let's say +3 is 9 feet with a jump. You could jump maybe 2 feet, 3 feet. You don't have a modifier.
Yeah.
So let's say there's 8 feet on the short part of the line. You're 12 feet from the wall. That means 14 feet. Is that right?
That's the hypotenuse, yeah,
That's
but
the
that
hypotenuse
doesn't
of
help you.
14.
What you would
That
have to
doesn't
know
help
is the
you.
angle. So I would say you might be able to see.
Yes, you could probably see to the fan. I would
Yeah.
I would just about say it is still spinning. If
Okay.
that's what you wanted to know, you cannot see anyone standing in the corridor up to the fan.
Okay, in that case, Luna will cast message to, I would say, Dusted and asking, where are you? Are you coming?
Okay. What is the distance on message?
I think it's 100, but it can only go through like 1 foot of stone or less,
Okay, so
unless there's an open path.
Yeah, it can still go around corners in the light, but it wouldn't be able to reach us, I guess.
I'm gonna
Through
send the
underground.
spell. I think it was 100 or 120.
okay.
120.
So jumping on the edge of the coffin, you look down the corridor, you can't see them, and you decide to cast message. And you're gonna say, "Are you guys coming?" Yeah.
Yeah, to Dusted.
Okay. Anything else?
No. If I don't get the response, I will wait for it a bit.
Okay, you do not immediately get a response.
Okay, that's
That's your turn?
okay. Yeah.
Alright, which then let's jump back to Dusted and Valrus then, shall we? Dusted, you're first. You are greeted with a creature that tries to attack you and misses. You do not hear a message, by the way.
I hear gnashing teeth.
Slurping and sucking sounds, and the swipes of tentacles fly across you.
Well, Dustin is still not quite sure how he hit the other one, so he's gonna try and take slices at it where there's no teeth and tentacles.
Oh, okay.
Only 16.
A 16 hits.
Oh. For 11.
11 points, yep, good.
And another.
Mm-hmm.
28 should hit too.
Definitely.
9.
Mm-hmm.
And the offhand for good measure.
Ooh, nice, that's a hit as well.
And -5 damage in this roll, so only 2 damage.
22 altogether.
Yeah.
That's some good damage. Okay, anything
And
else?
it's marked. It's marked, so if it attacks anyone but me, it has disadvantage.
Okay. Anything else?
No, thank you.
Alright, Valrus.
He's going to take it 2 steps to the side.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe even
Trudging
another
through
one.
the corpses.
Yep. And prepare a bolt of fire and toss it at the creature.
Just a normal firebolt, yeah?
Yep.
Okay, 25 definitely hits.
Yeah. Or I think I can roll that 1 again.
Yes, if you've got the fire key.
Ooh. Good enough. 14 points.
14 points.
Wait, no.
No, 13.
13 points. There we
Okay,
go.
I'll give you 13. Anything
Yeah.
else?
I'm just gonna look at the big skull thing haphazardly. You know.
Okay.
Is it just
Roll a
I don't
perception
know.
check for me, please.
yeah. Oh. Wait.
Protruding ominously from the chamber's wall is a large green devil's face. It looms over the entire room. Its features are etched with an otherworldly intensity that seems to pierce through the surrounding darkness. The visage covers the wall from top to bottom. Its flared nostrils are set just above the mass of decaying flesh, seeming to exude an aura of malevolent sentience, casting an eerie and unsettling pall over the macabre chamber. Above the devil's eyebrows, a flickering torch sconce illuminates the chamber. It has a dim and unsteady light which casts elongated shadows across the room. Bear with me 1 second. So that is what it looks like. I can tell you the 19
+1.
with a dirty 20. From where you are standing, you notice that there is something protruding out of within each of the nostrils, which almost looks like a lever.
Okay.
There is in the left nostril and in the right nostril.
Going to exercise caution and not immediately go to pull them.
Okay, you've had your movement and your action.
Yep.
All right, and now your perception check as well.
Yep.
Okay. Anything else?
That's it.
All right, then that'll bring us to the creature, and this creature only has eyes for you, Dusted, as it swings its tentacles towards you to make 2 attacks. Versus a 17.
That misses.
Oh, and the second is a 2, but the 6 is an 8. That also misses. It nearly went on a 20.
Yep.
And then he is going to try and bite you as well. He gets a 25 total.
Oh, with that, Dusted is gonna use his dagger to try and defend himself. Using the warning maneuver. So I roll and at the 8 and add it to my AC. If I, against all odds, shouldn't roll a 6, 7, or 8 here, I will still take half damage on the following attack. Oh, just a 5, so it beats my AC just. So I take half damage from this attack, but or have resistance against it.
So that's 16 points. Half
Mhm.
is 8, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh dear.
Are you immune to poison or disease?
I don't think so. I don't even think that I have any sort of like resistance to it. So I will roll my Constitution for only a 10.
Okay. Right, so that is a fail.
I should have imagined as much.
You take an additional 8 points of damage. However, it's not current damage. Your hit point maximum is reduced by 8.
Ah, okay.
You are now diseased.
Oh, bugger.
The bite from the creature, you feel it coursing through your veins as its teeth sink into your bloodstream. The poison almost grabs hold as you feel something's not right. So you are diseased.
Yeah, I have a disease that gives me poison then, or the poison trait. Yeah, so I have disadvantage on everything now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Poisoned until cured. And I'm going to have to remind you to make a saving throw every day.
Okay, so it's one of those nasty ones. Interesting. How do I just need to edit my temporary hit points. So I have taken.
8.
Let me just get this right. 8 and 8. So I've taken 16 damage. There. And then I have some negative modifier right now, which was minus 8 hit points. There we go. I just need to put that in so I remember. There you go.
Okay. Oh, nice. It's on your character sheet. Right.
Yeah.
That will bring the creature to the end of his turn, which then brings us to Vargo, Yelena, and Lunan. Okay.
I'll probably get Vargo to do the same thing on the last chest that he did on the middle one.
Yes. Bargo moves across to the other chest and casts Mage Hand. Closes the lid and then twists it. As the third key turns, the third cube on top of the sarcophagus begins
Yes.
to rise.
And I guess he'd turn around and tell Lunan that he's turned all the keys.
Indeed, he turns around. Lunan, I have turned all the keys.
You just hear Luna with a heavy breath from all the jumping. Can you see the others?
What?
Where are the others?
No! I'm doing my best Fargo impression here. I thought they were behind me.
They're not here yet.
Barcelona. Real Madrid. I am trying to get my Spanish accent. I do not know what else to do. I'm awful at the Spanish accent.
Just do a lisp. You will be fine.
This is not something I am used to.
It's the effort that counts.
It's the effort, thank you. Over to you, sir. What are you going to do?
I would first like to inspect the sarcophagus to see what has changed.
Okay. The 3 buttons on the sarcophagus have all risen. There is the ebony, the black one. Oh, I need to go to the description now. Arsene Wenger. There is the onyx button, a rusted iron button, and a gleaming silver button.
And they are all...
They're all sticking up.
Any idea what to press? Lunan is gonna try to remember the note to see if there was anything in there that could help us.
Press them all!
Yeah, that's one of the things I'm considering. The enemy oppose, one stands between them. In darkness it hides, don't speak, no true. The keys turn on the inside only. Yeah, Luna will just press them all.
Okay. Which one are you doing first?
I'm talking, he will try to if he can, taking his lower arm and just pressing down on all 3 at the same time.
Okay. Are you attempting to try and get them all simultaneously at the same time?
Yeah.
Alright, so let's go for a dexterity or either a... Is it dex or maybe a performance check if you want?
Yeah, I will do a dex. Did it roll?
I haven't seen anything yet.
I'm not sure what it's doing. It's... I'm clicking on the... Oh, wait.
Yep, here we go. 18, okay. Somehow, you manage to push all three at the exact same time. All three buttons depress. Yelena, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh no.
As all three depress at the same time, you hear a whoomp. Yelena, from the inside of your chest, as this whirring sound all of a sudden, like sucking air, just blows out, and force damage pummels your body once again. On the other side, Fargo, there is almost the smell of welding metal and burning decay as one of the buttons get pressed, and from the last chest you can almost see a small mist beginning to squeeze out of the seams on the side of the chest. Yelena, you save, but you still take...
Hopefully not a lot, because I only have 47 HP. Oh my god.
You take 13.
Phew.
Gee whiz, how many ones and twos was that? I got 1 6, 2 6s, and that was it. Nice. So 13 points of damage. Lunan, as you are looking at the sarcophagus in a surreal and transformative moment, the solid stone of the sarcophagus undergoes a profound metamorphosis, transmuting into a transparent crystal that offers a tantalizing view of the contents within. Standing on the top of the sarcophagus, you can see through the crystalline veil, and inside, the mummified form of some sort of monkey is revealed. The mummified monkey is tightly clutching onto a fearsome mace, its claws gripping tightly as the mace almost bears the marks of an age long past, bearing the legacy of forgotten history. Ever so slowly, you hear a small as under your feet the crystal lid breaks, and like standing on thin ice, the break spreads across the length of the sarcophagus. All of a sudden, a crack is heard echoing throughout the chamber, then another crack, and then a series of cracks, as suddenly among the echoing cracks filling the room, the mummified monkey holding the mace leaps up through all the shattered crystal, mace in hand, to attack.
Did you say it's attacking?
Indeed, yes. Well, I'm going to put him onto the next round because that would have been his action. He jumps up to attack, and I'm going to... He gets a 7 for initiative. I hope that's not set. Okay. I will say, Lunan, that's your action. You get some movement still.
I would say if Lunan doesn't have the shield out, he tries to grapple with that.
Okay. So you're gonna pull your shield out, yes?
And
You pull your shield out for defense.
yeah,
And in your other hand, what are you holding?
it's free.
Sorry?
It's free.
It's free. Okay. Yelena, all of a sudden, the lid with the sarcophagus, you start to hear grinding gears. And then at the end of this round, you hear a small, which you heard before when you locked it, and you see the key turning within the lock above you.
Is it possible to try and kick the lid open?
Seeing as you've done nothing this turn, I will say that you probably held your action to wait and see. So yes, you kick the lid open, and as you do, you hear the shattering of crystal and glass echoing throughout the chamber. A drawing gasp of breath from Vargo, and then from Lunan, you sort of hear something happening down within the pit as well.
I swear to all the gods, Lunan, if you press that button again, I will shove you in this chest myself.
Okay, let's go back to the other two locked inside the room. Dusted, your turn. You're on mute, by the way.
Well, that makes it awfully hard to hear what I have to say, doesn't it?
It did.
Dusted feels this sort of bite, and how it slows him. But he's not quite sure what to do about it in this present state. He's out of the roots that he normally would use for poison, so he's trying to take a swing at it at first. And that is with disadvantage. Let me just see if it rolls. It probably doesn't roll automatically with disadvantage, but I'm gonna ask it to anyway. 19.
Oof, that still hits.
For 8 damage.
Uh-huh.
And he tries again.
Mm-hmm.
23.
Nice, that's a hit. 9 damage, yeah, that's
9?
17 offhand.
Yeah.
16 hits.
16. And this one minus 5. So that's just 2 damage.
So 19 altogether. Oof, he is not looking his healthiest. In fact, he's bloodied. Blood is pouring out of all of the wounds and the tentacles are slashed. Anything else?
Dustin just grabs his side and sort of like sighs and it stay away from its bite, and he yells that to Valrys.
Okay.
And then he tries to sort of lead shimmy to keep its attention away from Valrys.
All right. So you're gonna move to flank.
Not to flank, but sort of like to lead its face southwestward, so it doesn't notice, or at least doesn't try to focus on Valrys. He's basically just luring it away, or trying to.
Okay. Is that the end of your turn?
That is the end of my turn.
Then that brings us to Valrys.
Gotta just do the same thing. Firebolt.
Yeah. It's your
18 hits.
18 hits. Yeah.
14 damage.
That's good damage. Wow. Okay. Still standing.
And he's going to move into flank and just respond with, that makes 2 of us. And that is his turn.
Okay. Then that will bring us to Vargo. The two of you, what is Vargo going to do?
Do you have any ideas, Lunan?
If Vargo sees the creature being hostile,
Mm-hmm.
he has Firebolt, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's got Firebolt, 100%. Alright, so
Since I don't know what else he can do.
his firebolt is +7. Does someone want to roll for him? And then 2d10 if it hits.
I can roll with mine. It will be a -1 to my action to hit. And I got a natural one.
Okay, so the firebolt goes wide as he casts it. Vargo will move a little bit further down so he can position himself directly above the monkey, which will then bring us to Yelena. You kick the lid open. 100% you start to hear some movement and you see Vargo step sideways and blast a firebolt down into the pit.
Oh no. Oh no. And she'll climb out the box.
Mm-hmm. Yep,
And-
so that's about 5 feet of movement as you climb out.
She'll move down there. And see the mummy monkey.
Correct. Below you is a large monkey, but a small mummy. It is carrying a large mace in its hand, and if it had vocal cords, it would be screeching.
I'm not going to ask how this thing appeared here, and I'm not going to ask where Dustin and Varys are. I am just going to she'll cast Ray of Frost at it.
Okay. Go ahead, roll to hit.
Oh,
Nice.
That is a very good hit indeed.
oh, pretty good damage as well.
Oh, nice. 15. Okay.
And then she's gonna put Shield of Faith on Lunan, seeing as he's down there.
Okay.
I'll post. Oh, I don't have a thing to post.
Does Shield of Faith do?
It gives you +2 to your AC.
I'll be chunky.
Yes.
+2 to AC, that's good. Does
Yes.
it anything else?
No, that's it. I just have to concentrate on it, so I'll mark myself for concentration.
Okay. Is that your turn?
Yes, that's it.
Then that'll bring us to Lunan himself.
Yes, and Lunan will just from Lunan's. It's pretty obvious this guy's undead, right?
Yeah, it's obvious. You've encountered a creature like this before. You recognize a mummy when you see one.
Yeah. So I will cast Spiritual Weapon next to it and
Mhm.
attack, like in the corner type of region, and make an attack with my bonus action.
Okay. In that corner or the other corner? In the other corner.
I'm assuming 21 hits,
Yeah, definitely.
and he takes 8 damage.
Okay.
And I follow up with cast, not really casting, but using the feature. Turn Undead.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a wisdom save, I believe.
Let's just quickly.
The text for it is not in the same place where you have the channel divinity. So
That's right, it's channel divinity, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's called Turn Undead. I usually have to search for it outside. But I believe it's Wisdom, and then it's DC 16.
There is no penalty for being Arcana, is there? It's the same as a normal channel ability, right?
Yeah. This is the normal one, and then I have another feature for stuff that's not.
Yeah.
Uh,
Just wanted to see your destroy undead table. That's what I was searching for.
yeah, it's for destroy undead. Oh damn!
Okay.
Uh,
Right.
For destroy undead, I have CR1 or lower.
Yeah. Okay, so it's not destroyed, but you do turn the undead. Okay. Anything else?
No, I'm staying where I am.
Okay, so then it needs to spend its turn or its action, its movement getting away as far as possible from you. So it's going to move down into the bottom corner over there. It can't move anywhere else, so it is going to turn and it is going to raise the mace in the air. And as it does, a wave is released from the mace as you hear this like sound throughout the entire room in a 30-foot radius. This like ethereal wind blasts through the entire chamber. I need all three of you to roll a wisdom saving throw, please, against being frightened. Oh, Luna,
Look,
gee whiz.
Afraid.
Okay, Yelena, that's a fail. If someone can roll for Vargo with a +3. D20 +3.
I'm rolling and add 3, so 20.
Okay. So, Vargo makes it, but Yelena, you are frightened. Which means that you need to spend your next turn moving as far away from the creature as possible, but you can repeat the saving throw at the end of your turn. Okay, so that brings us to the top of the next round. Let's jump to the oubliette with Dusted and Valrus. Dusted, over to you, sir.
And Dustin's gonna, as this monster snarls at him, he will take another. Wait, there's something wrong here. It hasn't attacked me since I attacked it last.
Did I forget to attack for it?
I think so.
I think you might be right. No, it didn't. Hold on. Are you sure? Did it not miss everything? You did damage. Oh, then we jumped Valrus, and then we jumped straight to the other guys. My bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
It needs to numb me.
Okay.
Or gnash me or whatever.
In which case, it is going to try and hit you with its tentacles.
Mm-hmm.
13 is a miss. The first one. 4 is a miss for the next one, and then it's going to try and... Didn't it bite you last time, and you got poisoned? You got diseased?
Yes.
That was before
Was that the round before?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
I was attacking with the disadvantage all the last turn.
okay. Well, it gets a 24 for the next bite as well.
Oh, use. Yeah, I'm gonna use another of my features
Okay.
to try and defend myself, and I block it.
Nice.
I get 7 to my AC, so it doesn't hit me.
So it misses you completely, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So now we're at the top of your round. Dusted, it is you first, my friend.
Yeah.
Feline friend.
I don't feel much like a friend when you keep throwing these creatures at me, though.
It's not my fault. You decided to go with Valrys.
I'll get back to you on that. Dusted takes a swing at its jaw, and 15?
That hits.
Oh, thank God. Okay, 11 damage.
Okay. 2
Oh,
hits.
sorry,
Go on.
that was wrong. That was 15 and a 22. Sorry, I didn't roll disadvantage. So a 15.
Yeah, the 15 hits.
He was rolling again to see if he rolled 1 or something.
Yeah.
Oh, got you.
So, yeah, so 21
Yeah.
in total.
Ooh.
And another with the offhand. We know that's never good, but a 13. And, oh, that's a 1.
The 13 to hit misses.
Yeah, but the 13 is irrelevant because I'm still doing the disadvantage. I rolled a 1.
Oh, I see.
A critical miss with my offhand, yeah.
Okay, but you got 21 points of damage, did you? 11.
21, yeah.
Okay, and your last attack leaves you open. Which brings
Yeah.
us... Anything else?
No, this is a fine position.
Okay, in which case, Valrys, it is your turn.
Assume it's not quite on its last legs.
It is... close. It's close.
Okay, he's going to look for an opening then and try and shocking grasp the creature.
Oh, okay.
A 16.
A 16 is a hit.
That's 4 damage.
4 points of damage. That definitely won't do it. It is still standing.
Yeah. He's then going to take a step back and quicken spell and throw a firebolt at it as well.
Okay.
That also hits. 4. Man, I really like this rink. 15. No. Yes, no. 16 damage.
Okay, how far back are you moving?
Just where I am.
Okay,
So,
that is 10 foot, yes?
yes.
Okay. So,
It doesn't get an opportunity attack.
you haven't stepped out of its combat range.
I also use shocking grasp.
Yeah. It doesn't get an opportunity because, sorry, it doesn't get a reaction from shocking grasp, yes?
Yeah.
Oh yes,
It does not.
Did 4 points of damage, shocking grasp. My bad. And you hit with a firebolt.
Yep.
And you did 6 damage?
16
16
damage.
Oh, it is bleeding profusely and its knees are buckling. You can see its tentacles are almost flopping around flaccidly on the ground. It is on its... Now it's definitely on its last legs.
God.
Anything else, Valrys?
I wish.
That's it?
That's it.
Okay. It is... Seeing as you have shocking grasped it, it is going to do one tentacle attack on you and one on Dusted now that you've moved to the edge of its range, and it's going to try and bite Dusted.
Yeah, the attack against Valvis is with a disadvantage, and the ones against me is an advantage.
So it's going to go for you first at advantage. Ooh. And it gets a 25. So that is going
Yeah,
to
that
be
hits.
11 points of damage.
Yeah.
And the tentacle, when it hits you, it grapples you as well.
Great.
The tentacle at you, Valris, is going to roll with disadvantage. Ooh. It gets a 17 with disadvantage.
Ah! Hits.
Okay. And that is going to be 8 points of damage, and you are also grappled. As it hits you, it grapples and restrains you. Dusted. It is going to try and bite you now.
Mm-hmm.
You are also grappled. It gets an 18. So that is a miss.
That's correct. Wait, did it did attack with advantage, right?
It did not.
Because I'm pretty sure we're not just grappled. If this is the creature I think it is, I'm restrained.
Yes, you are.
Which means it has advantage, yeah. Even if...
So I get advantage. I will roll again just because you want me to. And that is a 22.
Oh god.
Yeah, and now I need to check if I can take reaction while restrained.
Yes, you can.
Okay, so I would really prefer not to be bitten again and have my innards ripped out, so I'll use my reaction to try and slash it.
To defend against the attack.
6 to my AC for doing that.
Okay.
So I have 26.
And that is a miss. Alright. Then that is its turn, which brings us to the other room. And at the top of the round, we have Vargo. We have Yarlena that is frightened, the mummy that is frightened, Vargo is not, Lunan is not. Vargo, over. What is Vargo gonna do this turn? Firebolt?
No, but I was considering, is there a way for Vargo to cast a web capturing the mummy without capturing Luna? It's 20 times 20, but I'm wondering if you allow him to cast it kind of up against the wall.
I mean, he can cast it up against the wall or directly down. Let's just see. It might. It's a 20-foot square, isn't it?
If you don't think it would work, I would imagine maybe Tasha's Mind Whip, but I don't know.
I think what he could do is he could try and cast the web down. It's a 20-foot drop, so let's just check the ruler quickly. I mean, you're 12 feet away from the mummy. 10 feet in squares. Yeah, no, you're gonna get caught, aren't you? I mean, if you cast it at the mummy's feet, It's centered on the point, isn't it?
It's centered on the point of casting it, but if he
It fills a 20-foot cube from the point for the duration.
But that's what I'm wondering, if it's even possible to do or allowed to. And if it's not, he would know it's not possible and would do something else.
I would think he probably knows it's not possible without catching you. Yeah. So then Firebolt.
Do you think he would do Tasha's Mind Whip on him?
Let's see, what level is Tasha's mind whip? Second.
It's level
And
2. Because this is how I would imagine you could cast it, but I don't think that's possible for him to cast. The box I put now.
He'd need to center it in the corridor and then it wouldn't go down the full 20 feet. Mind whip?
I'm for it. Anyone object?
Go for it.
Okay. Then Vargo casts Tasha's mind whip down on the mummy below. The mummy gets to make an intelligence saving throw. Well, that's not going to turn out well. Oh,
Say that.
it gets a 4. So that means, Lunan, you can roll 3d6 psychic damage, please. Nice, 10 points. Okay.
Now he only have the option of movement, bonus, or action on his next turn.
Mm-hmm. Which brings us to Yelena. Yelena, you're still frightened, which means you'll have to use your movement to move as far away from as possible, and then you get your saving throw.
Is there that? Can I still attack it from here?
Yeah, I mean, a frightened creature has disadvantage on attack rolls, while the source of its fear is within line of sight, so...
That's fine. I'll give it a go. 15.
Is that a 15 with disadvantage?
Yes.
That hits.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Face your fears.
Yes.
11 points of damage. Nice. Okay, it is looking very poor on its last legs. Anything else, Yelena?
No, she'll just look very proud of herself, but she'll look scared at the same time.
While
I'm
she's
not sure
cowering in
how.
fear.
Yeah.
Oh, I did it!
Not the undead.
Alright, then that brings us to Lunan.
I make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, go ahead.
That's
DC was
alright.
15, I think. Oh, nice. Okay. It was a 15 DC, and you smashed that.
Yeah.
You are no longer frightened.
Think you cut out.
Nice.
Hitting it made the fear go away.
Yelena yet again solving problems the one way she knows how.
Mm-hmm. Indeed. Choosing violence. That is a
I'm-
hit.
Sending the spiritual weapon for 7 damage.
Nice, okay. This spiritual weapon smashes into the side of the monkey mummy as it falls down forward and stands up again. It is still breathing, but you can see bits of skull and dust are falling through the wrappings.
And I follow it up with a firebolt.
Okay,
That probably misses. And
a 10 does miss.
that's Luna takes one step, trying to hide behind the sarcophagus a bit of what's left of it. And it's his turn.
Okay. The mummy can't move anywhere. It's basically as far away from you as possible. Let me just see. What it will do, though, is... it is going to use its dreadful glare against you, Lunan. And, the mummy targets one creature it can see within 60 feet. If the target can see the mummy, it must succeed a wisdom saving throw against its magic or become frightened. If the target fails by 5 or more, it also becomes paralyzed.
Let's hope I don't. Wisdom save.
Correct.
Horrible roll. 11.
Oh, and an 11 is exactly what you needed to pass. Holy cow. Okay, the glare
Only a net 1 would have been a fail.
It would have been a fail, but you get +9, so it would have been a 10 overall, so you wouldn't have got the paralysis, I would say.
Yeah. Oof.
So in this instance, this is where the natural one doesn't kill you outright, really, but your bonus helps. Okay, you are actually now immune to dreadful glare of all mummies for the next 24 hours.
Good to know. Good to know.
Yes, remind me if that comes up again when you meet the other mummies on this level. I mean daddies.
By the time we get to them, the player might have forgotten, but yeah. I will try.
Anything... I think that's its turn, actually. It gets its saving throw, though. Wisdom. And DC was a 15? Lunan, yours?
For
For your turn undead.
isn't that already? It took damage. I think it's gone.
Oh, he took damage.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Alright then. That brings us to the top of the round. Let's jump back to Dusted and Valrys. Dusted, over to you, my friend. You are grappled. You are diseased.
Dusted's gonna try to escape his bonds.
Okay. You need a 13 to escape.
Well, here goes nothing.
27 will do it. Holy cow.
With disadvantage, mind.
A 19 and a 20. Jesus. Steamrolling through. Alright. So, you use your action to break free?
Yes.
You have a bonus action.
Yeah. What Dustin's gonna do is he realizes as he sort of breaks free of this that Valrys is still caught.
Mm-hmm.
And so he, with feline sort of agility, I use double my movement, and he sort of tries to jump from body part to body part like a cat towards the tentacle and Valrys. And then I'm gonna use action surge to try and free Valrys.
How are you going to try and free Valrys?
With brute force athletics.
Like, what? Are you going to rip the tentacle free?
I'm gonna rip him out of the tentacle, yeah, with athletics.
So what are you going to do with your daggers?
Well, I have to stow one of them, at least.
So you're going gonna sheathe them.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna break out of your bonds, leap onto the head of this creature and run across its tentacles, and then leap towards Valorous, and using your strength, you're gonna pull the grappled Valorous out of the tentacle or the grasp of the creature. Is that correct?
That's the general idea, yeah.
Okay.
With action surge, yeah. And feline agility.
Alright. I want you to roll 2d20 for me, and I want you to take the difference between the two. That is going to be, if the difference is greater than 10 or more,
Yeah.
okay, you complete the task, leaping onto the creature, surging across, and then slamming down on the grapple between it and Valorous to smash it free.
Okay. No guarantees here, Valrus.
No guarantees.
No! Oh!
With a 9 difference between the two, as you go
Yeah!
across, you leap and come landing down on the tentacle. But with all the damage and the disease poison that you've taken, it's just not enough to pull off this incredible acrobatic feat, as your hand just doesn't seem to get a grip between the tentacle and Valrus himself. Anything else?
And with that, Dastard is just gonna sort of gather as much power he can within him and yell fiercely at this creature and regain some hit points.
Is that a bonus action?
That is a bonus action, second wind, 11 hit points.
Wow, okay. Now, Valrus, I will give you, from Dastard's action, advantage to break free of the grapple. As you're struggling with this grappled tentacle, you notice Dastard break out and in some amazing feat of agility leap across the tentacles of this creature and come landing on you with brute force to try and smash the tentacle off, giving you advantage to break free.
That's acrobatics or athletics, is it?
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
Yeah, for grapple it usually is.
I will try to do so. 17?
A 17 breaks free as you use your action to break free of the grasping tentacle.
Ooh, and he is going to stumble backwards a couple of steps and quicken another firebolt.
Okay.
But there's a
choices.
problem with that.
Stepping out of range.
Yeah.
Is it out of range?
Yeah, it has a 10 reach. It can reach you where you stood.
Yeah, true, true.
So moving out of it.
That is true.
Oh no!
That's okay.
Oh no!
This is a standoff here. As Valrus unleashes a fireball, the other tentacle comes swinging around for a free action. Let's roll all at the same time, shall we?
Alright.
Oh, it gets a 12.
11.
It misses completely as you just lean back. Your fireball goes wide as well. With an 11.
Just hits the tentacle. Hits the tentacle out of the way. Get off.
Anything else?
That's it.
Okay. Guys, let's take our break there then. We're going to jump back to the other side as soon as we get back.
Actually, we should just attack with this creature, right? Before we jump out back to the other side.
What, the creature's attack?
Yeah, this still hasn't had its turn.
We'll
Or are we waiting?
We'll do the creature's attack when we come back.
Okay.
We'll leave it on the hanging edge. I've got to put my son to bed quickly.
Oh, yeah.
Aww.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry.
Don't be
Poor
sorry.
guy.
It's
He just,
adorable.
he just wants to stay up all night.
He does. So, we will be back in 15 minutes. Let's call it 20
Yeah.
past.
Okie dokie. See you guys in a bit.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
which case then welcome back everybody. So we left off in the midst of the battle. With our tentacle fiend about to make his attack inside the oubliette. He is going to focus on Dusted. So he's going to attack.
Well then.
2 tentacle attacks. Here comes the first. Are you ready? 23.
That just hits.
Okay. So that will be 5 points of damage.
And I'm restrained again.
You're restrained, yes. He is going to use his second tentacle attack then. He's going to use, now that he's grappled you with the other one, he's actually going to, he's going to slam you with his tentacle into the ground instead of attacking you with the other tentacle. He's going to lift you up and smash you down onto the surface. And as he does so, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Alright.
That's 13 points or 6.
16.
16 is a save, so you must succeed or take bludgeoning damage and be stunned. On a successful save, you're not stunned and you take half, so you take 6 points of damage and you're not stunned. And then he's going to bite you.
Yeah, of course he is.
Because he's a bitosaurus. 24.
And he hits.
And the bite does 14 points of damage. And you're already poisoned. So
But I still need to roll because it did extra damage to me, right?
no, it only reduces your hit point maximum.
Oh.
Yeah. So once you're diseased, you're diseased.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, you can't be double diseased.
Hmm.
Alright. That brings it to the end of its turn, so we are going to quickly teleport to the mummy. At the top of the round, it is Vargo. What is Vargo going to do?
A fireball?
Good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
Bolt. Bolt. Bolt.
Would somebody like to roll a d20 plus 7? I think it is.
Yorlena, I think it's your turn.
Oh, I do have a +7 on my rare frost, so I'll just roll that.
Ooh, 21
Nice.
definitely hits. Go ahead and roll 2d10.
2d10.
Try this little mummy.
Oh,
Oh,
oh.
good.
Oh,
God.
Oh my god.
As Fargo leans over the edge and fires down a firebolt, the ray of fire streaks through, smashing into the side of the monkey's head. The wrappings catch flame, and like a firework on New Year's Eve, it bursts into flame as this little like almost like kindling
boy.
on a barbecue explodes out of it. If any monkey could be screaming right now, it would do as it bursts into tiny bits of ember and it falls to the ground. It is
Wow.
dead.
That was a pretty powerful firebolt.
That was pretty powerful. Okay, that brings brings us to the end of combat upstairs, but Yarlena, you still have your turn.
She'll just walk to the edge, the thing, and look down at Luna and shake her head in disappointment. Do you know how much it hurt being in that box?
I didn't force you to go in. Raising his shoulders and arms.
You decided to blast me twice, as if once was not enough.
That was the only way to get you out.
Blasting me twice.
Blasting you once to figure out that it did not work
We
without
don't
the
need a
others.
test run.
But I didn't know it wouldn't work. And I didn't know it would blast you.
I'm so concerned. Will we live long in this death trap?
Yeah. We need to get to the bottom of this quickly.
Wait, where are Valorous and Dustin?
You tell me. I asked Vargo. He didn't seem to know, but I can't see a shit from down here.
They left
how-
behind me a little while ago.
Well, I can't tell you anything. I was in a box, Lunan. I saw even less than you in your stupid hole.
Have you?
They
Are you
haven't come
starting
out
to
of-
miss?
They haven't come out of the tunnel, at least.
No, I don't see them down the tunnel. Vargo, did you do something?
It was not me.
A likely
Luna.
story.
Luna will try message Valeris.
Okay.
You there? Where are you? Where did you disappear?
We'll jump to Valrus and find out then, shall we? As we fly down into the oubliette. Dusted, it is your turn at the top of the round. You're on mute.
Is it actually possible to defend myself at this point?
Yeah, you can play dead.
Hardy har.
You,
Dustin is gonna try to break free again.
okay. You need a 13.
I'll settle for 19.
Wow, that's pretty good. You use your action to break free.
And then Dustin drags or pulls out his daggers again.
Okay. Anything else?
No, that's both action, free action. I have a bonus action, but I haven't attacked with my main hand, so no.
Okay, in which case, that brings us to Valrus. Valrus, you do not hear any messages or anything.
It's gonna take revenge.
Mm-hmm.
100% hit rate. Definitely not going to miss. 15?
A 15 hits, yes.
For 11 damage.
And the firebolt streaks across the room, lighting up the corpses as it does. It slams into the tentacle fiend. How do you want to do this?
Going to aim for the tentacle in between. Or actually, no, Dusted already broke out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna wait for it to go for another bite attack, and like with the other one, he's going to take that moment to light up his hand and fire it down its gullet.
into its mouth.
Yes.
As it rears back at the last second, you fire a firebolt streaking across this room, and then before it swings and tries to bite Dusted down, it gulps on a firebolt straight into the back of its mouth, as the back of its head almost seems to melt and then explode out in a shower of tentacled skin and brain and protruding mucus that seems to just splatter on the walls 15 feet behind it. The corpse drops and then ever so gently rolls once and twice to the bottom pile of corpses on the other side of the room. That brings us to the end of combat.
He's going to, I don't know, steady himself and try to find a less populated area within the corpses. Just take a breather for a second. Do you see any others?
As
Look
Valorous
around.
asks Dusted that, he's just retching on the like he convulses forward and then just throws up right there at the spot. He's poisoned, he's not feeling very well, and he's surrounded by corpses and these fucking things. He's pretty much done. He has seen nothing in this state.
Iris opens up his bag and looks for anything that could potentially help, but doesn't find anything. Guess now to find the way out. You gonna be okay?
Depends how long we stay down here.
Not long. He's going to actually look around and try and figure out if these corpses just died from, I don't know, being attacked by those monsters that were in here, or if there's some other sort of trap that might have gotten them. Any spiked ceilings that impaled them, or burning marks or anything like that.
Roll a medicine check for me.
16.
16, okay. Every single corpse that has come into this place has suffered from a variety of wounds, but what does seem to strike you is the similarity between the lacerations and the way that the flesh has been torn off the majority of the bodies. They definitely look that they've all been eaten upon, but on some of them you can see a variety of piercing wounds. Some are missing limbs, where limbs have been severed off. One or two have been decapitated. This definitely looks like a place where dead people have just been dumped. The thing that gets you most, though, is the vacant look in their eyes. For heads that are still intact, they almost seem to just clouded over into white nothingness.
Thinking about it, could that be their souls being sucked out or something into the phylactery of the lich? From what I gathered from the history checker, I don't remember what exactly it was when we entered.
Yeah, these bodies definitely look like they are vacant and devoid of any sort of soul, if there ever was one.
Yeah. Did see some levers in the back of that skull over there. Need any help? And he's gonna offer a hand to Dustlet to help him up if he was retching on the ground. Or I don't know, maybe he was just kneeling down.
About 3 feet above you, you can see in each of the nostrils there is a lever or a lever. One to the left and one to the right.
Quickly scan the room. I don't know. Just try and find if there's anything else along the walls, any buttons, before going for the obvious.
How long are you going? When you say quickly, are you going to spend like a minute on each wall or 10 seconds?
More like a minute, just sort of walking through it and just patting down and sort of looking quickly. Yeah, like a minute on each wall.
Then go ahead and roll an investigation check for me.
16.
Alright, as you make a quick circuit of the room, looking at the walls for anything that might resemble buttons or anything out of the ordinary, you do not find anything. The only feature that you've come across are the levers inside the skull.
Right. He is going to go up to the skull again. And the nostrils are enough to pass a hand through or so, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they are quite big. They're about 2 foot wide or high.
He's going to go into his bag and actually, what are the levers like? Just sort of flicked upwards or something?
They look like old levers that you pull. They're maybe 1 foot high within the nostril. It looks like a wooden handle, like a baseball bat handle, leather wrapped.
He's just gonna grab some hempen rope from his bag, grab it with the mage hand, and try and wrap it around one of the levers.
The left one.
And
Yeah, it must be
let's say
important.
the left.
The left hand lever.
Yep.
So you're gonna wrap wood around the left hand lever, rope around the left hand lever.
Yeah, sort of. In a way that he'll bring back, I guess, both sides of the rope. So it's just sort of do like a single loop and then back out.
So you're gonna lasso the left hand lever.
Yep.
Okay.
Hold that. Send and grab the rope, I guess. Send the mage hand into the other one and grab the lever and stand to the side of the skull. Like over there. Should I try and pull them?
Both of them? Why both of them? Surely one of them leads out, and the other, I don't know, spawns another monster, I guess.
Could be right.
Unless this is just another insidious thing just to give you hope. Wouldn't put it past the Lich.
Could be, but got a feeling there's got to be some way out of here. What? Otherwise, I don't know.
But just make sure you pull the right lever, the correct lever. How do you say? The correct one, I guess. Because I cannot. No, yeah, it must be the correct one. Yeah, pull the correct lever.
Just one of them then.
Dusted sheathes his daggers and looks around, sort of suspecting an Octurk to show up out of nowhere, or whatever they were called. Octurk.
A tentacle monster.
Yes, somewhere hiding in the corpses.
Since Dusted is worried about pulling both, while he's looking around, Lara's is going to pull down the right lever.
Okay. You were using the mage hand to pull the lever on the right, weren't you?
Yep. Yep.
Okay. Let's see if I have a passage for this quick. Okay. As you pull the lever within the right hand nostril, you notice that the devil's eyes begin to glow red. And then all of a sudden everything goes black. Pitch black. Almost a familiar kind of a black.
Huh?
As a few split seconds later, you almost feel that dropping sensation as you land with your feet crashing on the floor in front of a familiar area.
Not where exactly am I? Where are we? Oh,
at the other
I
devil
see.
face. Oh.
Oh.
Land just in front of the other small devil face with a crash as you land onto your feet and out of the room again.
I guess you lost a rope then, Valrus.
This is a good point.
Never mind the rope. I'm just glad I pulled the right one.
Dastard gives Valrus a quick look over, if you'll let him, just to see how injured he is.
Yeah.
Because Dastard had just been tentacle surfing and doing all kinds of other stuff, so he's no idea how Valrus is doing.
He'd probably have like a darkened sort of purplish deep red spot on the side somewhere from the tentacle slam that he got, but nothing.
Nothing worse than Jelena would have done to him. Perfect.
Yeah, yeah.
Alright, the two of you are you're back.
In a sense, yeah.
Yeah.
Would they have come out after I sent my message, so they would receive it?
They would have come out way after your message, so they are about... Yeah, because Valrus still took another minute to search the room, so you guys have about 3 or 4 minutes of action to do something before they arrive where they are. So, in those 3 or 4 minutes, Lunan and Yarlena, what are you going to do?
While Lunan is down there, he will start investigating the remaining debris of the sarcophagus.
Okay. The sarcophagus inside appears to be empty. Bits of crystal are lying inside the sarcophagus, but anything that was inside it was being carried by the mummy.
And Luna would go over to the mummy and send up the mace to Vargo to investigate.
Okay. So you reach down, you grab the mace. You're gonna have to throw it up to Vargo. He's 20 feet above you.
How long was the mace?
It is like a war mace, so it's a good 2 foot.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess Luna would just throw it, try to throw it up to here, not where he's standing.
Okay. You reach down and you grab the mace, and as your hand connects with it, red smoke surges forth from the head of the mace in a mesmerizing spectacle that unfolds within this pit, taking on an almost otherworldly life of its own. The seething vapors coalesce into the ethereal outline of a monkey, the monkey's lithe form taking shape with a supernatural grace that seems to defy the boundaries of this tangible world. And with a resounding roar, rah, the smoky monkey propels itself forward, leaping on top of you.
Luna will try to wave it off if he can.
Okay. Lunan, you wave your arms around in the air, trying to get rid of this red smoke. I need a yes or a no from you.
I think Lunan realizes what's been going on, and I would say yes.
Okay. Alright, in which case, the smoke from the room dies down. Bear with me 1 second. Right. Mace in hand, Lunan, you stand there as you take in the events that have unfolded in front of you. Do you still throw the mace up? Or do you hold on to it?
On second thought, I wanna ritually cast. No, normally cast detect magic and just look at it myself.
Okay. No problem. Let me just go to it quick. It is a magical mace. As you look at it, you're like, ooh. It looks like two skulls either side of the mace form the head of it. It's got a long, grasping handle. It looks like it is equipped for battle.
can look at it later, and Lunan hangs it on his belt for now.
Okay. Anything else?
And he continues the search of the mummy to see if there was anything else.
All right, searching through. You do not find anything else. Yes, Yelena.
Sure. What? I think I did say something, but Yana said it didn't come from. So she just peers over the edge and asks Lunan if everything's okay.
Everything's fine.
No more surprises.
I think this maze is what's worth bringing from here. Nothing else of value. We should try to find a way of getting out.
Well, I suppose I can. I will try and jump over and then give you a pull up if I don't fall down myself.
It would be appreciated.
Or I could cast fly on you.
That also might be the better option.
Maybe we need to preserve our strengths.
Oh yeah, I will try jump first, and then if needed, we will fly.
Okay.
She'll shimmy on over and she'll try and get a bit of a run up. There's not a lot of room, so she'll try and get at least a little bit of one so that she can jump
Where are you going to
across.
jump to?
I want to try and jump there if possible.
Oh, okay. So back
As if
into the
like we're
corridor.
about. Yeah, the fan is not spinning, right? That's still stationed.
Oh no, the fan is spinning.
The fan is spinning.
It is.
Uh, is there anything in the room that would? Because I feel like, yeah, is there anything in the room that could be like a button or a switch or some kind of thing that would stop the fans from spinning?
You could try and investigate the room.
Yeah, she'll do her best to investigate as much of the top layer as she can.
Okay. Go ahead and roll. How long are you going to spend investigating the room?
I'd probably she would probably spend as long as Lunan and Vargo let her.
Okay. Then go ahead and roll an investigation check.
My best ability. That could have been a lot worse. That was nearly a 1. It would have been a 0.
Okay. So you get a 12.
Yes.
Dusted and Valrus. By this stage, you have just appeared in the corridor now. Where to?
Might as well head back the way we came from. The others did sound like they needed help. Gonna start moving.
How long have we been gone, you reckon?
I hope time doesn't move strangely in this place.
Turn up and
I-
it's like old people.
Yeah. Still stuck behind that fan. Lunan and Vargo never asked Jelena to stop investigating, but there was no secret.
That's insulting to both Lunan and Vago. I'm just
She's still
saying,
there
like,
searching the walls today.
like I know they're scholars, but they're not that.
Gullible.
not that intrinsic in knowing every room and every shape we come across.
Okay, so Yelena, I'll say you've probably been searching for about 2 minutes. Lunan, are you just patiently waiting in the hole at the bottom?
For 2 minutes, yeah, sure. I think he's sitting investigating the maze, just looking at it.
Okay. It is at around this time then, Valrus and Dusted, that the two of you get to the top of the corridor where the propeller blade is spinning back to the start again, where it all began.
Still hear it going around, so hopefully it wasn't that long. Take a gentle, quick peek around the corner as to not start getting pulled.
The propeller blade is spinning, albeit not super quick, but it is definitely spinning. With a quick peek around, yep, you just see the fans going woo, 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 woo.
Gonna shout behind the corner. Hello? You three still there?
You hear Valrus calling down the corridor.
Finally, I was starting to get worried.
Oh, Yellen's too busy looking at the walls.
Oh, for good reason it seems. We got transported away. I take it you three are okay then?
Your Lena seems a bit like she has PTSD, but otherwise, I think we're fine. She's just wondering. She said she would help me out of here, but she's just been wondering since.
After you put her in a box and and tested that bottom twice on her, I think she's in her good right to have PTSD.
Oh boy.
Any ideas on stopping this spinning blade?
I think it was activated when I stepped on the floor next to it. Maybe we can just pull the floor out. That would be very simple. I don't think it will work, but
Pull the floor up.
make sure it's turned off that way. But I don't know. Maybe there's a button to turn it off.
Well, there might be one inside. Look on this side, I suppose, but I doubt it will be here.
Or maybe on the outside.
I try looking for a button near where I am.
A button or like a
Roll
activation mechanism.
Roll investigation or perception check for me.
Seven.
Yep. Your search doesn't turn up anything. You don't notice any buttons on this side.
Nothing here.
You didn't even look properly. Let me have a look.
Alright.
The poisoned, sickly kitten makes its way to the front. has a look down the corridor. Oh, that's even worse. No, you're right. There's nothing there.
To be fair, it's not worse. It's the same.
Yeah. The same arrogance of, yeah, there's nothing.
both concur. There's nothing on this side of the corridor at all.
Hmm.
Varga can throw a rope down if you want. Lunan?
Yeah, but doesn't help necessarily to get to here. It's better to get up by the spinning. I've done that mistake before, climbing up in the wrong spot,
Mm-hmm.
but just to fall down again.
How are you gonna get out? How are we going to take you out?
When someone's at the corridor, you can help me pull me up with a rope. We still have the rope, I believe, that we used last time.
Hmm.
You can collect it. It's around the. Or isn't it still around the coffin? We were discussing putting it around the coffin, or was it just around the person?
The person, I believe.
Vargo, could you just take the rope lying there on the edge and place it, tie it off to one of the coffins, and I will use it to climb up. There is no Vargo, so DM.
Do you mean one of the chests?
Yes.
Okay. And Vargo goes ahead and ties the rope off around one of the chests on the top so you can climb out.
I assume it's acrobatic.
Or athletics.
Lunan, I believe, gets up.
Oh, that's easy. No problem at all. As you scamper up the side of the wall, you manage to make it all the way back up to the top. Ah, you're back out of the pit. Hooray.
Lunan looks at Yarlena and is like, "Are you alright?"
I'm looking for a way out.
I think it's through the fan.
She's like hugging the wall. There must be a button here somewhere.
Lunan helps her for a good minute to look as well.
Okay, go ahead and roll an investigation check.
Oh my god.
Better.
That's a very good roll. As you look around, with a 20, you find nothing in this room that tells you it controls the trap in the corridor, which leads you to surmise that however you controlled the spinning blades must be in the corridor somewhere itself.
Yeah. Guys, I think it's on your side.
Who are you talking
Turn it
to?
off. We have looked all over here.
Alright.
Oh,
You can't find something that isn't there.
you finally decided to turn up? Hmm?
Shouting through the corridor this whole time. How did you not notice beforehand?
I was otherwise occupied,
Just-
okay?
Dusty just grabs his face. Can you bicker later? Like, I'm not feeling so well.
This is true.
Fine. Doesn't matter. Do your job and find the button. You've been whacking off this entire time. May as well do something useful.
Do you have any rope?
Rope?
timers to it in case that thing starts spinning faster again?
I do have, but it's not very long. It got cut in half,
That's
and thus it
probably
shows
good.
him shows Valrus 30 feet long rope, which would just fit like in this corridor length, basically, very snugly. I have a half of a rope that's only 30 feet.
30-foot length of rope,
Mm-hmm.
which would be more than enough to reach from the blade to where you're standing.
Yeah. And Dustin
That's
hands
enough
it
to
to
do.
Valrus.
You any good with knots? Tries to tie it around himself,
Mm-hmm.
and then if this is
I
like
can
a
help him
fence-
tie it. If I don't know what that is a roll for, if there is a roll for that.
That's a good question.
Like survival? I don't know.
Yeah, probably survival.
What's it called? Sleight of hand.
That too, I guess.
I guess if you'd use either, I think survival might be a little bit better. Rope tying and stuff.
Okay.
You can use whichever one you want, or even performance.
I mean, my better roll is sleight of hands, so it's one better than my survival. So
I mean, if it's a simple natural,
performance
you
is
need
quite good.
yeah, but unfortunately, I am useless because I'm poisoned. So does it stands there and tries to like it just drapes you in it? It's just it's definitely not a knot.
he twirls the end around, like tucks it into your pants, and you know.
And then he just quickly goes over here and reaches over the side again. Dustin is not that helpful at this point.
Do a test pull, see how strong it is.
Yep. You get a bit of rope burn as the rope snakes its way out of your trousers.
All right. I'll try it myself. So is this survival sleight of a hand or performance then?
But yeah, go on.
All right. All right.
The rabbit goes round the tree and through the branch.
That's a lot better.
As you wind the rope around on itself, you manage to get a really decent knot on it. So you've tied one end of the rope around your waist.
Yep. Other end, hopefully, to this fence.
Oh, okay.
If
you're
it is
gonna tie
like
the
a
other
fence.
end to the banister.
Yep.
Yes.
Trying to like eye so that I don't, Well, actually, the rope. Yeah. Trying to eye it so that it's actually short enough that it won't let me fly myself.
Mm-hmm. Well, you've used about 1.5 feet to tie yourself to it, so if you tie it to the banister, it's not long enough to reach the fans, but you'll be 1.5 feet short. Which means your arms could reach out and touch it, or maybe your legs.
That's hopefully fine.
Mm-hmm. Alright. So, you successfully tie the rope to your waist and the banister. Now what?
Mission Impossible. I don't know. Slide into the thingy. And try and look for a button on the outside.
Alright, roll a perception check for me, please.
I'm gonna find nothing and just say, nope, it's not here. There we go.
As you move into the corridor, you hear as the blades are slowly spinning. And as you get 5 feet in, you've been in this corridor before, So I will give you a little bit of leeway on the roll so you can get advantage. Alright, well, with the 12, it's not so much as something that you see, but more about something that you feel. You can't really hear much above the spinning of the blades, but as you step 5 feet into the corridor, you almost feel the corridor depress ever so slightly and realize that there is some sort of a pressure plate within the corridor somewhere. And as you feel that little shift of weight movement, the blades slowly start to speed up again.
I hold on to my rope.
Okay. The blades start to spin faster. Are you moving anywhere, or are you going to stay where you are?
I'm gonna try and, I don't know, crouch down, see if I can maybe jam a blade into the pressure plate and twist it up or something.
Okay. What sort of a blade?
Just a dagger, that's all I have, I think.
Just a dagger. Okay. Roll an investigation check for me as you bend down and you take a look. You can't actually find a crease in the ground or in the corridor wherein to jam a blade. The length of the corridor almost seems to be one flat piece of stone of some sort. There are no breaks in the tiles. It's just one straight length of stone.
Case, I will take a step forward and keep holding on to the rope and letting it slightly more loose to move forward and look around to see if I can see anything else to deactivate it.
Nothing jumps out and catches your eye. The blades slowly start to spin even quicker.
Quickly, go right up to it and look.
Okay. Where exactly are you looking?
The side, maybe something, I don't know, on the blade itself to push.
Okay, looking around the sides, you don't notice anything different on the sides, but what does jump out at you is that the floor seems to be one entire pressure plate. As you're looking around, you catch a glimpse in the bottom of the propeller, Yelena's staff lying right down in the gap on the bottom. There's definitely some kind of a mechanism that is keeping the propeller spinning. But that is about all that you can discern from here.
The staff. Actually, can I try and mage hand the staff up somehow?
Okay, yeah, you can do. The propellers start to spin a lot faster at this moment in time. I need you to roll a dex check for me, please. Okay, as the propellers start to spin faster and faster, the wind almost seems to start pulling you towards it. Your feet start to slide ever so slightly on the floor, but it's definitely easy for you to keep your balance. As you cast Mage Hand, it shoots down into the gap and grabs hold of the staff on the ground. What are you gonna do?
Try and pull it out.
All right. Do me a favor and roll a d20 for me, please. Let's call it an acrobatics check.
That's 17 then.
A 17. Okay. As you do, you begin to pull it up, and the propeller's spinning as soon as they hit the staff. It's the staff that you used to use, the staff of striking that you got from the blight. The propeller smacks into the base of the staff, and then it catches as the staff gets yanked and pulled up and towards your right, and then it jams inside. The blades automatically come to a stop. In front of you, you can see the gap down towards the room on the other side. Lunan standing on the far end by the chests, just climbing out with the piece of rope.
Once it jams, I'm gonna try and, I guess, keep it that way. Try and hold it so that it doesn't get loosened and fall back down again.
Okay. As it jams, you notice the propeller start bouncing against the staff. In the beginning, there's a lot of like resistance, and then it slowly begins to slacken. This takes about, I'm going to say 30 seconds, so that's about 10 rounds. Is there anything else you're going to do while you're holding the staff with a mage hand?
Gonna yell out. I think I've stopped it for the moment, at least. If you could come over quick. That's it.
Alright, from up the corridor, Lunan, Vargo, and Yolena, you hear the soft voice of Valrus calling out.
Oh, fine.
Luna
Sure.
picks the rope to bring with, and then hurries to get ready to jump.
Oh, good luck.
Oh god.
Vargo,
Okay.
after you, Vargo.
Yelena, why don't you roll a d20 for Vargo, would you? An athletics
boy.
check.
Alright, here we go. Amazing roll.
Vargo gets +3.
Oh, 10.
Yeah, with a 10 though, he needs a 12 to make the jump.
Oh no.
Indeed.
I'm sorry, Vargo.
As he leaps across the gap, he drops and he falls.
Why didn't I guide him?
Right. Would he cast Featherfall if he was going to fall 20 feet?
Probably. I would probably
Take it like a champ.
I'd probably say no, but that's just
I
me.
think no.
Okay. In which case, somebody roll 2d6 for him, please.
You can do the honors, Lunan.
But I've been rolling good this time around. I've been rolling high.
That's what we want.
Oh, in fact, he hasn't.
Punishment for Ray for not being around. Yeah, okay.
Nope.
Yeah, I see how it is.
But then I'm rolling. Let's see here. Max damage.
Yeah. Only 6. Alrighty.
Very average roll.
Indeed.
Okay, as he drops down into the pit in the middle over there. No! I did it again! Who's next?
Okay. Let's bumping around. I have idea. Give me the rope, Lunan.
Then you will have to
Sure,
come around.
whatever.
Are you gonna run around and take the rope from him, yes?
Yes.
Okay.
And then she will face step to the spot.
You're going to Fey step.
Yes. It's like Misty step, basically. But I can only do it once per day.
Yes.
I think, or once per short rest or something.
Indeed, a phase step manages to get you across to the other side.
Cool. Then she'll put down the rope. She'll hold on to the rope and she'll put it down so that Vargo can get up.
Mm-hmm.
She'll just like look at Luna and say, "Oh, hold on, and then I will get you as well." I hope. So she'll try and help Vargo climb up.
Alright. I rolled for Vargo this time, and he does indeed get a 12 for his athletics and manages to climb up.
Oh, very good.
Okay.
Vargo climbs through.
And Vargo climbs through. Okay. He goes running down the corridor. Lunan.
Yerlen, I will try to jump. Do you take a step back so I get some room?
Yes.
Ayun, help me this time. I don't want to fall again. And I will take a running jump.
Is it possible to like prepare a reaction to like for her to stick her hand out in case he does like just miss the jump, so that she can try and grab his hand, arm, leg, whatever it might be.
Not from 5 feet away, but if you
Not from 5 feet away.
if you're standing at the lip of it and he's going to try and jump into your arms, then I'll say yes and I'll decrease the difficulty.
Yeah, I'll do that. She's gonna do that. She's gonna have her arms. Come here, London.
Alright, so from one
Maybe I will let you live.
Yelena is going to try and catch you as you jump, so it will be a 10 for you.
Yay, let's see
with
what.
guidance. So it could only be a 6, really. I would probably roll a d4
Yeah.
first.
Like it makes a difference.
Let's just see what it helps. Ooh, that's
Ooh.
good.
Oh.
That is good.
Confidence is high now.
Yeah.
Ayun really wants this to work, but was it acrobatics? No,
Or
athletics.
yeah. Or acrobatics.
Now I press the other one. So it's
Oh my god.
Dude, you needed a 6.
Oh, that's so stupid.
As Lunan rocks back on his hips and his legs, he takes one step back and he projects himself forward. Ayun, give me strength, and he jumps, and he almost trips as he takes off with a 6, but somehow manages to sail just through the air and outstretched hands as he's about to almost not make it. Yelena's forearm clasps onto your arm and grabs you in the air and gives you a small tug as you literally fly towards her, and you both collapse one on top of the other in a heap on the bottom.
Ayun did.
Mm-hmm.
Ayun did 1/3 of that job, but she doesn't put in any more effort.
40%. 40% of that was her.
But she doesn't put in any more work than she actually needs to.
That sounds like Mistra in Baldur's Gate. Sorry, never mind.
As the two of you are lying on the ground, thanking the gods for your favor or for your fortune, you all can hear like a small creaking sound
Where did you go?
from the propeller underneath. Valrus, as you look down, you can almost see steam and smoke starting to rise from the central cog in the center of the propellers. The tension almost
Quickly.
peaks.
Get up, Luna. Get up.
Let's go.
She pushes Luna ahead.
Okay.
Luna falls with his head into the blade.
Alright. As you do, you push him towards the blades. I take it the two of you dive through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Valrus, are you still standing still?
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to move our.
He's gonna let
Just
them pass.
haggled.
Complain about the hallway being completely congested.
As they clamber over you.
Yep. And
Mm-hmm.
as they pass him by, he's going to start moving away as well. And gonna use his mage hand to try and hold on to the staff.
Mm-hmm.
So once, or if it does start spinning again, he can maybe yank it out of the corridor and save it. But we'll see.
Which staff
what
is
happens.
this?
It's the staff of Blight.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
As you are moving slowly backwards towards the corridor, you're yanking and pulling. It isn't until you get to the end where you start to hear like some snapping and some cracking. And then, before you know it, the mage hand flies straight up towards the ceiling, staff in hand, as you hear crunching and crack of gears from underneath the pressure plate, running all along the length of the corridor from the one end to the other. The staff slams into the ceiling and the mage hand comes straight towards you as it pulls with great speed. Miraculously, there's not a scratch on the staff at all. But as you look down the corridor, you can almost see the black acrid smoke rising from the bottom of the propeller.
What did you do?
Is the thing completely busted?
It certainly smells like you've broken something and the motor inside or whatever it is burnt out from being jammed up for so long.
I drop the mage hand and the staff falls down. I think I just disarmed the trap.
Well done. You brute forced it very well.
Of course it's Delina. Of course it's Delina that congratulates that guy.
That does not make me forget that you both disappeared for no reason.
Speaking of which,
Dustin just throws up. Yeah. Speaking of which,
Kind of looks at him. I imagine Dustin probably does look a little bit beaten up on 45 health.
it's not as much that he's definitely, he has an infected wound.
He doesn't just look beat up, he's got like puncture marks all over his skin. One of them is like oozing green slime. The other one
Yeah.
is putrid and black around the edges and it's almost crusting over it, so blood is dried on it.
Okay, you smell horrible and you look terrible.
that lich
Thanks.
does not want us
That is
to...
actually the kindest thing you said to me today.
I think
Lich
we
does
should
not
take,
want us to leave.
No?
Not
we
not
should
easily.
take a small break or something.
Mm.
Have a small rest.
Find the way out of this place. It has to be through means that aren't teleportation.
It has been maybe half an hour since your last nap.
Yeah, there's not a nap in the
Let's
horizon.
Let's just take 10 minutes and prayer together. I'm starting to feel a bit more preachy.
Preachy.
No praying, Luna. Now is not the time for praying. Now is the time for finding this lich and murdering him.
So you do not want the gifts of Ayun?
I have my own gifts. But then Ion's gifts might also be there. I don't know. Maybe.
Luna will start praying where they are standing and sitting down, and if anyone abandons him, they lose the chance of feeling Ayun's warmth.
Does Dustin's wound, or does Dustin look obviously diseased, or is it possible to have a little look at his wound? I know Luna's gonna heal most of them. with his thing, I think.
Go
But-
ahead and roll a medicine check for me.
medicine.
Varus would probably tell her if she's like obviously checking him out. You would also say that he has been retching and throwing up as well.
Ugh.
With your experience in the divine, you can see the wounds are unnaturally infected. He's definitely picked up some sort of disease.
Wherever you have been, you shouldn't just run around licking everything you find, Busted. She's gonna take a single finger because she doesn't really want to get whatever he's got, and she's gonna touch his shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
And she'll spend 5 points of her lay on hands to cure him of a disease or neutralize a poison. Either one.
Okay,
She's more aiming for a disease because he looks diseased.
indeed.
Or sick.
As Yelena touches you and the warmth of her finger spreads throughout your body, Dusted, you can almost feel the relief coursing through you like you've been sitting on the toilet with diarrhea. As everything...
An apt description, yeah.
As everything just seems to like flood out of you slowly. And looking down...
That's unfortunate metaphor in this context. Yeah, but go on.
The colour of the wound and the texture of the skin almost seem to return to its normal furry self, black fur, as the disgusting smell that has been seeping from the pus around it disappears with Yarlena's touch, and within seconds you begin to feel a whole lot better and more refreshed. I believe that she has cured you of your disease. However, it will take you a full rest in order to regain your hit point maximum.
Oh, okay, I'll just put that back. There we go.
Whilst you are
Oh,
not
that's the
infected
wrong
by
way.
the disease or the poison, you have still suffered the points to your hit point maximum.
Yeah. There we go. It should be corrected in a moment. The hit point is still wrong. It should be 45, so let's just go down to that. Again. There we go.
In case
After
this
10
happens again, I suppose I tried to use Dimension Door to get through the blades, but we got transported into some sort of dungeon, and after dealing with a couple of strange creatures, there was a skull with a lever on the right side, pulling it down. Transported us back.
Just in case anyone else gets trapped in there.
The one on the... It was lever on the right side of what?
Yeah.
The
Of
right
us.
side of a...
Devil face.
Okay.
So just
Inside of
remember
its
to
nostril.
pull the right lever.
Not the wrong one.
Yeah,
The wrong
exactly.
Which one? Where was the wrong one?
left side.
On the left. On the sinister side.
Yeah.
Unless, of course, they swap sides after it once been used.
I see Dusted is speaking Elven.
Ye old British.
I imagine Latin being Elven.
Oh yeah, okay, that's also possible.
Choose Dexter, not Sinister.
In our campaign, we
Well,
went with Russian.
does it speaks Elvish, Dwarvish, and Gnomish? So yeah, I guess.
Actually French.
After 10 minutes of casting Prayer of Healing, everyone gets 16 HP. And Luna will, if he has any idea of it, try to do like zero people out. If there's any magical effects, he's trying to remove them. Just as a blanket statement, not knowing if it will have any effect on anyone.
But isn't it only single target, or is it also multi-target?
It's
It might be.
multi-target.
Oh, that's nice.
It's a magical effect of a spell, so as it's written.
So only mage armor basically at this point.
Yeah, or if you're charmed by a spell and stuff like that.
Okay.
So it has to be of level 2 or lower.
I mean, I'm wearing a ring with an entity in it, Stefan.
It's not really a spell, is it?
No, but just in case that it's affecting me in some way.
Did Vargo grab the, or was it Dustin that grabbed the other staff thing?
I have the
from
staff of the
room
Python, yeah.
child?
I have a staff of the Python that was in the tome of this snake god, which name I forget.
The staff.
Moa or Loa or something, yeah.
The staff that you handed to Valrys.
Yes, but he didn't take it.
Oh yeah, he
No.
He just ran off.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I picked it up and ran after him.
Good point. Yeah.
What happened to the staff that you found in the other room?
It's still here. Just sort of like has it across his back.
Something
What?
already changed when he touched it. He's gonna try and like touch it again.
Nothing happens. There, no green smoke pours out like last time. It's just a normal piece of wood.
Odd. It usually blows out smoke when you touch it, doesn't it?
But I think it already had its effect.
Wait, is Dustin the only one not infected with one of these things now, or Jelena is also uninfected?
Wouldn't know.
What are you talking about?
You all had smoke blown in your faces.
You've just been.
Don't like it.
Yelena just cured you of your infection.
Not sure if it's entirely a bad thing.
Well, I don't know what it does. So Vargo, could Vargo have checked it while we were waiting anyway?
Checked what?
The staff of that I'm carrying around.
Yeah, in 10 minutes he could have ritually cast Identify.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Just so he knows what it is at least.
He would have loudly and proudly told everybody else in the group what it
Unless he wanted it for himself, which has happened once.
However,
oh, I am keeping count. When the guy that usually tells us everything stops telling us everything after touching something inside this tomb over here to the west, yeah. I am keeping count, Mr. Secretive.
In which case, I will send it to the bag of holding.
Thank you.
Vargo identifies the staff and announces to everybody, hello, this is a staff of the Python. It can be used by a cleric, a druid, or warlock.
Oh,
see.
Of which there's only one.
it's the Lunan staff.
Yes, the staff can become a giant constrictor snake.
Oh no. Lunan's gonna have a snake buddy.
No. Lunan's gonna have a snake body, a hammer body, little raptor bodies, and
Oh my god, he's got so many
Throwing-
animals at his disposal.
throwing fireballs all over. Yeah.
He's a regular druid, that's what he is.
Strange, I suppose that. Oh, go on.
I'm assuming that Vargo would turn it over to you, Lunan, instantly. Like, once you know that it can only be used by a few types of people, he would definitely hand it over.
We have a warlock, no?
No.
No.
Nope.
Does
anyone
he look like a?
notice
No, it's sorceress, all of it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Just insulting everybody. Like, hasn't one of you sold your soul to somebody? Like, no.
How dare you? You want to go and sell your soul, that is another problem.
Don't worry,
Yeah.
Axel, I thought Lunan was I thought Valrus was a warlock for like a year. Even when it was.
But he has black stuff seeping out of him.
He does. Oh, by the way, also, since he removed his mage armor, I guess you can see how he, sort of makes some hand motions and sucks in some of his surrounding shadow, and then it protrudes outwards, creating a force field of darkness from his sorcery magic.
The darkness protects me.
Totally got a warlock. I don't know how anyone could mix that up.
Quite
Yeah,
easily.
no.
Maybe you should multi-class and make us all happy.
Yeah. Who am I gonna? I need to find a god or some other
old
being willing
They're
to
really
make a
goofy.
deal first.
We are in a dungeon of a necromancer.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, so you could sell your soul to Azarak or whatever his name is.
God.
Then you can ask him for all the secrets to his dungeon, and maybe he'll tell you.
Yeah.
Terrible idea.
Great idea.
Daddy
I think
Azarak, I
it's
brought some friends home. Yeah, that's not a good idea.
Some guinea pigs.
I mean, that would
Replacements
be
for the two dogs that we killed.
That would be a way for Valrus to be the only survivor in here. That would be just selling everybody.
The ultimate betrayal is incoming.
If you can't beat them, join them.
Mm.
I mean,
And
there
the
is
next party will fight him as a sub boss.
Lunan, do you actually have 13 charisma?
Whatever is on my sheet is what I have.
Okay, I don't know.
It's 8.
Okay, but just in case, because then there's 3 of us that could technically sell our souls next time we level up. Just saying.
So yeah, I don't.
Oh darn.
Lunan can't, so he will throw a boa constrictor on people.
You know what they say, those that can't become teachers.
Mm. And teach philosophy.
Oof. Oof.
That's surprising that the staff needs a particular type of magic user to work, and yet.
And it requires.
I mean, do you by that suggest that the magic that Vargo used, that you use, and Lunan's are the same?
I didn't hear your
Don't.
question.
Oh no,
I
I
believe so.
Dustin was just asking if the magic that everyone around him uses is the same type of magic. Then
Seems
it
to
would
me
make
like-
sense that it requires a certain kind of discipline.
No, it's just that the additional effect didn't seem to mind. Whatever that green smoke was.
Oh. Uh, Dusty just looks at you. He has no idea what you're talking about. But I think Lunan has the staff now. Have you added it to your sheet, Lunan?
No, and I'm wondering if Luna wants to attune to it at the moment, or if he's gonna go for the.
You're the only
maid.
one who can. So even if you won't, it's probably better still in your hands.
Yes, I will carry it, I guess. Is it so I can have it on my back?
You could do, yeah.
So I will attach it to his back for now.
Okay. You could probably just slide it in between your backpack and your back anyway.
Yep.
Looks like a little walking stick too. Mm-hmm. Okay.
I'm just gonna check one thing. So Mao or Wango are not friends.
If they're opposite on the alignment chart, yeah, they're not friends.
We have a red arrow between them on our.
Then they're enemies, yeah. If I remember correctly, I think it was actually something like, because Moa always tells the truth or something stupid, like it was always the one that spoke truly about things. So it said that Wongo had caused problems, or was guilty of causing some kind of problem, and then Wongo was really upset about it. That Moa was a tattletale, basically, in the original story.
Yeah, no, but Luna will just put the stuff away on his back.
Mm-hmm.
What next then?
Well, we have to keep going. Down?
Yeah, if we don't want to go back to the fountain and drink weirdly.
No. No way. No one
Norway.
touching anything in this stupid dungeon. It's going to kill us all.
We should try to capture some rats or something if we can find any.
Why? You want to eat them?
Lab rats.
Oh. What if they're trapped as well? What if everything in here is a trap?
Fair enough. Let's move down the floor.
What if you are actually the rats?
Oh no.
Yeah.
Alright, who's
It
going
did,
where?
I would also ask, I guess, did you guys get another weapon or something from the other room?
Oh, I think Lunan got a mace or something.
Yeah, they left this maze.
Think what happened?
We killed the monkey.
A mummy monkey.
monkey.
When he took the weapon, that is.
I don't know, Lunan picked it up. He hasn't grown a tail, so maybe it's fine.
But was there anything similar to what happened with the staff?
Should just look at Lunan.
Potentially.
Huh?
I felt an essence.
Do you feel any different?
No, I can't say I feel anything right now. DM, do I feel anything?
Besides the floor under your feet? No.
No, I feel normal. Apathy. That's at work.
Sorry. Oh.
Might be just me then.
I believe the former tomb was the tomb of Wongo, or how you pronounce it.
A little monkey fella.
Yeah.
Let's keep going then.
Well, the only way is down. Thus
That's
it
where
dishes
we
to
have
the
to
stairs on the other side.
Don't think we can get out of the front entrance.
No, we have to go through this death trap. Oh. If
You
I
don't
see any
seem so
more boxes,
enthused
I'm
about it.
shoving any of you in them.
Dusty just looks to Vargo as he passes him. What is it with her and boxes?
Good question.
Like Dusty just not sure if boxes is the new bird or where we are in the grander scheme of things, but something has happened and it's pissed Jelena off.
All the big ones. She hates them.
Boxes, bird, giant bees, regular bees.
So, making your way around the balconied level. As you leave this overgrown moss lichen covered area where skulls are engraved into all of the walls around you.
What was the M mark for?
What M?
On our tokens.
Oh.
That is if you have a mask on or not.
Ah,
Wearing
yeah.
a paper mache mask.
That's what it was.
Yeah. You make your way to the narrow staircase at the top, Yelena in the lead. Do you go down, Yelena?
Tentatively. She'll make her way down.
Okay. I see Vargo's in second, so there we go. Tentatively, you make your way to the lower levels. As the narrow staircase winds its way downward, spanning a descent of 25 feet, the subtle sounds of scratching and scuttling catch your attention.
Oh, Lorna, I think there might be some... Never mind. It is Mr. Friend.
You draw your gaze upwards to behold an unsettling sight of a skeletal figure crawling across the ceiling.
Do you want me to put you in a box as well?
Yes, do it. Get rid of this thing.
With an otherworldly gaze, it looks at you, fixated, and then the eerie apparition scurries off into a small hole in the ceiling, leaving behind a lingering sense of unease and trepidation that seems to echo through the depths of this chamber. Arriving at
Shouldn't to try and smash these things next time we see them.
you
We
notice
could
that
try the
this
swing.
one does not have a triangle-shaped head, it has a square on its head.
Oh,
Arriving at the bottom of the staircase, a narrow balcony extends along the central shaft, beckoning you to venture further into the depths of this mysterious and foreboding space. Beyond the balcony's edge, another staircase descends into the unknown, hinting at the depths and secrets that lie concealed within the heart of this subterranean realm. To your immediate left, a dimly lit corridor leads northwards, veiling its contents in shadow and secrecy. Directly ahead, another corridor winds its way eastwards, flanked by a bronze plaque that lends an air of antiquity and mystique to the space. And on the southern wall, a formidable stone door stands sentinel, serving as a silent barrier that guards the chamber's innermost sanctums with a stoic and unwavering resolve. Let me show you. What should do there? Okay.
Skip the level and just go.
We're not even at the bottom.
There's a plaque.
There is a plaque indeed.
Another one?
Mm-hmm.
If I've learned something from above, it's read the plaque, it will help.
Come on then, Yarlana.
what if reading it makes us, I don't know, fall to our deaths?
They're probably gonna be mean. They're gonna make us addicted to the plaques, and in the end, if you read it, you get cursed.
That's a good
The
idea.
plaques will only betray us in the end.
Either that or they're going to give you the opposite information.
Yeah, something like that.
Sure. Read the plaque.
So you're going,
Reluctantly.
so you're going to walk along the corridor.
Oh no!
The narrow path. All the way.
She's gonna have a little look for anything that could be a trap
Okay.
or a box.
So, as you roll a perception or an investigation check for me, please.
Okay. Oh, that was so close to being a nat 20. She's too busy looking for boxes.
A 5. Looking around, gone are the lichens and vegetation clinging to the walls of this dungeon. As you've descended the stairs, the engravings on the walls around you give way from skulls into mocking devil faces, much like the one that you encountered upstairs, and Valrus and Dusted, the one that you encountered in the oubliette below. Devil faces adorn the walls from top to bottom, carved throughout. The air itself reeks of rotting flesh. It is a lot darker down here. There are no longer any shades and shadows of light breaking through the cracked roofs and ceilings. From where you are, you don't spot any traps, so to speak.
And she will make her way towards the plan.
Okay.
Oh.
Are you going to go on your own, or is someone going with you?
She'll move and then she'll see if the others are following. She's not gonna go alone.
Sunani is gonna follow her.
Okay. I'm sure Vargo will follow as well.
Yeah, he's intrigued enough.
Absolutely. Thalris, what about you?
Just waiting for the others to make way.
He's staying upstairs, getting caught.
Okay. Whoopsie. Bear with me one quick second because I've got it right here. Got you. Okay. As you come nearer, you notice that the bronze plaque itself is actually written out in the common tongue. And as you glance over it, it reads, "The ring is a path to another tomb. The dead abhor sunlight. Only a jewel can tame the frog. Bow as the dead god intoned. Into the darkness descend."
You should put it in the handout.
Handouts.
I put it.
Ah, good job. Thank you. My bad.
Yes. Dead abhor sunlight. I wonder if. Does anyone have the sunlight spell? Okay.
Not.
One ring to rule them all.
So there are probably more death traps on this level.
There'll be death traps all the way to the bottom.
We could just keep walking. And then there will be no death and no trap. Yet.
Perhaps.
Do we have to raid tombs? Will he be mad if we don't? Mm.
They do hold items.
I nearly died trying to get that mace.
What do you mean, what happened?
I was in the box for a very long time, and Lunon pushed the button.
You don't know that.
You were the only one out there at the time!
Wait, what box?
The black box in the room. I
You-
was in it. I turned the key. I got stuck. Lunan, or maybe not Lunan, pressed the button, and then Something hit me. You know, like a spell.
All,
It
all,
hurt a lot.
all,
And then he
all
did it
your-
again.
all Yerlena knows is that she pulled the key, and with a like 6-second delay, she was then gassed, and then with another 30 or couple of minutes delay, she was gassed again.
Nice. I never want to go in the box ever again.
You
It
don't
was
have-
dark. It hurt.
Mm.
I'm pretty sure my bruises have bruises. And Lulu nearly killed me.
Well,
For a mace! Valrus, is it worth it? Don't say yes, or I will shove you in that box. We will go back upstairs. I will shove you in and press that button 3 times.
I'd rather not. At least we'll. At least you got out of the thing in the end.
Oh, at least I'm alive. Oh! I would hope so. I quite like living, you know.
They'll do. Need for so much attitude, though.
There's no need for so much attitude. London could have killed me. That box could have killed me. And where were you? Getting dusted, infected with something.
We tried to come to the room where you were at, but well, it didn't quite work out as we expected.
As I said, you were getting dusted, infected. Look at him. He looks terrible.
Well aware of what happened. Just pick a direction and
She points down.
everyone agrees. Sure.
So, do we continue?
Down, yes.
Okay, ladies first.
I like Vargo would probably object, but he's being overruled, I guess.
He is indeed. So where you headed?
I guess we're going down.
Yerlena is going down.
She begins walking forwards.
Everyone else is staying.
You carry on walking, Yelena?
She'll turn to make sure they're following.
So, leaving the plaque behind you, you walk 20 feet down the corridor along the balcony and turn behind you. I suppose Vargo would probably take 10 foot forward and follow your lead. You turn. The others appear to be standing still. Oh, Valrus all of a sudden bolts down, as does Lunan.
We can't split the party again.
Sure we
Well,
can.
if you really want to stay, then fine. But I refuse to participate in any weird trapness, unless it is obviously destroying said trap, you know?
Try and figure out a way to do that next time.
But we are also on a bit of a what is the word? Clock, you know? How long have we been in Omo for?
In Omu,
Yeah.
just
I
the
can't
lost
remember.
city you've been in for about 4 days.
Yeah.
Back to Port Nyanzaru, and you came back and you've had like 3 long rests.
We've been here for about 4, going on 5 days. I think I lost track of time.
Something like that. I know we've taken a lot of time.
And when we left, they didn't look very good. I can only imagine what it is for other people. You know?
Let's just make a quick decision. Do we keep looking for these things or do we head straight down?
Do you think leaving stuff behind could hurt us?
I don't know. Maybe the little skeletons might pick them up, but then wouldn't they also trigger the traps like we have and have to fight or deal with something? We did have to fight the monkey for his mace.
Yeah, I'm thinking that just as I said before with the cubes, maybe there is something where we might be able to bring back, use the essence of these creatures to either bring back. I'm so bad at the names. I need to check what the ring is called. Bring back Ubuntu, or just make use of this Uptau. Sorry. Uptau, or make use of these spirits to help us. They were, after all, the protectors of this realm.
Oh, the detectives that are, well, apparently dead.
Never. It was that happened when I touched that staff. It might come in handy in the future, and Valorous tries to turn invisible
We can do stuff with them.
with an action.
Valrus
And DM,
disappears.
DM
Yes.
on Yarlena, I would like to use the power.
Oh no.
Okay. Let me
Oh
just
no.
go back to it quick. Yelena, as Valrus disappears, Axel, a feeling smacks you in the head, within your mind. I need you to roll a wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh my god.
Wait, what?
Your head rings as if knocked by a bell, and all of a sudden you start to sway on your legs. Everything is cloudy, and you start to see little birds. You are stunned.
Okay.
See? They can help us.
Elena?
She just glares at him.
You're still stunned.
Like she could do anything else.
You're blinking away at the stars running through your mind.
They could come in handy, yes, but are you sure nothing else changed when you picked up that weapon then, Loon?
Yes, I don't know. I don't think it's too bad. You can have it.
Well, I don't think it'll change anything now.
Unfortunately, you can't see Valrus. He's invisible.
What? Valus is gone?
Mm-hmm. He has disappeared before your eyes.
Ah. Which creature did Valorous get? Did he just use invisibility?
Or whatever came from that staff. I turn back.
The effect. You'll need to do something in order to end the effect, Valorous.
I see. I cast.
Mage hand.
I was going to say thaumaturgy,
Okay.
but mage hand works as well.
All right. And as you pop back into existence, Yelena, you are no longer stunned.
I believe Vargo went through a similar experience.
Gotta take a few steps towards Lunan.
Mm,
Don't.
Vargo does say that he did go through a similar experience, yes.
What changed with you?
I feel that I am able to... Oh, I suppose if you guys are all sharing, then attune to another item.
Ooh.
Do I feel the other effect as well, or do I know that it's there?
Hold on.
I mean, are you sure you guys are not just getting like turned around inside this crypt-like maze?
This all sounds like madness.
I mean, it does.
Don't ever do that to me again, Lunan.
I just wanted to show you the benefits.
That is not showing me any benefit, other than I cannot turn my back on you anymore.
Fair enough. My guess is we wouldn't know the other thing.
No, you will. That is supposed to govern.
Well, besides what I can do, I do feel slightly different, or, well, compelled to always speak the truth. Be a hindrance in some situations, but while in this dungeon, I don't think it'll pose much of a setback.
As you say that, Valrys, Dusted grins eerily.
This doesn't mean I have to answer your questions.
Oh, you cannot fault an old cat for trying.
I say this though because I imagine the other two went through have something like that as well.
Yes.
It all seems rather maddening. It's just Let's just hope these things aren't turning your heads around at a crucial moment.
Do hope so. Slightly worried as well, considering we got these powers from what looked like, I don't know, zombified corpses of the gods.
God,
Would
which
Azrak
is
set
even
anything
worse.
up to help us?
As long as this is not harming me, I am okay with this. But we should not.
That's real, right?
We should not take too many risks.
Why start now?
I
Knowing
think
what
without any risks, we will never get out of here.
Let us
Think
just
we
be
could-
sure.
we could share what the other infliction is as well. I cannot lie. What else did you experience, Lunan or Vargo?
I experienced something that wanted in, and I said no. I mean, I was in a room with a little child talking to me. In my head. I wasn't gonna let anything like that inside.
I mean, the other two that actually acquired or got afflicted with this thing, what was the other effect?
I don't care to say.
My effect is nothing to be worried about. I just don't think that we should take any risks.
Caution and apathy.
Oh god, if it is apathy, I'm gonna die.
I think I get the picture.
But if you can only tell the truth, one of the opposites would be that person can only tell a lie, right?
Well, you mentioned earlier that this was one of its tenets or
No, it was more like
teachings.
that Moa told Uptal what Wongo did, because Wongo did something bad. I forgot what it was. I must confess. And since Wongo did that bad, Moa, who saw it because they're a snake that can fly or something, told it to Uptal. So Wongo got mad about it. That's why they don't like each other. But I suspect they're opposites. But that would mean, and then Justin sort of looks at Lunan with a slight hint of like, okay then.
He must always lie.
Like, if that is the thing, I don't know. Dustin just sees this as mirror image, so he has no idea. He's just like, what the fuck? So you'll be the two soldiers outside of a gate that says, one always tell a lie, one always once tells the truth. Yeah, okay, great. You're gonna twist Dustin's mind before he's out of here.
Well, if we do
So
come across,
the idea is right now, are we just speeding to the ground floor, trying to find this soulmonger, or are we exploring to get whatever advantage we can? I have no ambition finding treasure down here right now, I must admit. Funny for me to say that. But I can guarantee you I'm not possessed by anything.
I'd also
At
be
this point, this point it's just been too dangerous for the rewards given.
Might also need whatever these weapons are to pass through to the Soulmonger if it's here.
But okay. So if this bronze plaque is correct, Dustus tries to lean over to read it, because he hasn't been able to read it because there's been a congestion of traffic here. So it clearly states that there is about as the dead god intoned. So that is one god. And then there's the ring is a path to another tomb that might be a second one. So there might be two on this floor alone. Right?
Yeah.
But we should also be careful of this, because I think that there was some hidden meaning in the last one that didn't really make sense. Because even though in the last one it said the keys turn on the inside only, but that also meant that someone got trapped in a chest and blasted with magic.
He wasn't lying though.
No, it wasn't lying, but it still might lead you down to to danger, even if it says something nice. Like the only a jewel can tame the frog. Well, do you want to tame it? That's the question then, isn't it?
It's fine. We just send in Jarlena. She will handle it.
Why don't you go in this time, Lunan? Stuff you in a box and see if you like it.
I'm just saying, Lunan, if Jelena ever asks you to step into the canoe while we're not at the ocean, and she pushes the button to fold it together again, I'm not trying to get in her way to do that to you, right? Just saying at this point.
Should we end here for today?
Yeah. Before we travel any further, I wanted the conversation to play out a little bit. So definitely, let's take a break over here. We will pick it up next week again. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was good fun.